Hi everyone, and welcome to this video on Saturn in the 10th house in your natal birth chart. I'm skipping ahead a wee bit for this one as I have a friend who has Saturn in the 10th house, so said that I would do this one a little bit earlier for them. So to understand what Saturn in the 10th house means, we have to know, okay, what is the 10th house? 10th house is the house of the midheaven. This is the most publicly visible part of your birth chart. This is the highest point in the sky, so it's most visible. This is the house that is all about career, aspirations, work, legacy, renown, reputation, and yeah, just real ambition, you know. So the with the 10th house representing these things, when we look at what does Saturn in the 10th house mean with those attributes, well, Saturn is comfortable here in the 10th house because Saturn rules Capricorn, and Capricorn is at home in the 10th house. So just having Saturn here in the 10th house, like, Saturn is quite happy here. And with Saturn in the birth chart, like, you're going to experience hardship. You're going to experience a kind of block on that energy sometimes, especially when you're young. It's going to feel very difficult and karmic as well. There's karma here. Saturn is the lord of karma. Saturn is rules the harvest. You know, what you reap, what you sow, you shall reap. You know, so Saturn is, yeah, heavy energy, heavy karma as well. You know, so it's 10th house matters. So career and stuff like that, it's going to be difficult. However, even though Saturn makes things difficult for us, it's also something that we're very serious about and we really show up for. Like, we're serious about it. Wherever Saturn is, like, you go like really serious there, like, and you have great strength, great perseverance there as well. And despite challenges and stuff like that, which you will encounter, you have an ability to persevere and to transform. So the way that you do this is, it's not given to you. You have to work really hard at it. So you have to work really hard in order to get the best out of Saturn. Like, Saturn can really kick your ass, like, really bad, if you're not willing to work with it and put in the hard work. But Saturn in the 10th house is all about putting in that hard work in your career, you know. So Saturn in the 10th, like I'm saying, it's someone who's serious about their career, someone who's really ambitious, someone who seeks kind of like renown, reputation. I don't necessarily mean in an egotistical way, but it's just like, this is Saturn here. It's like, you're going to want to work hard and be seen as successful. And also, yeah, it's not just about how other people think of you, it's also about how you think of yourself as well. So really ambitious. And it's not going to be easy though. It doesn't come easy. Saturn in the 10th house is someone who, they're serious about career, they're serious about their ambitions and their hard work, but it doesn't come easy to them. They have to work really, really hard just to get like a little bit of success. So you're not going to really, depending on what else is going on in your chart, generally, if you got Saturn in the 10th house, you're probably not going to be someone who's like benefiting from nepotism and connections and everything's just easy ride. It's not like that at all. So with career being difficult, you might not know what it is you want to do as well until a little bit later in life. And you might also have different multiple starts with your career as well. And just because Saturn is going to bring that hardship to career, it's going to bring, yeah, karma, challenges. It's going to block things. It's going to make you work really, really hard. So you might feel like there's lots of setbacks, big challenges. And I'm saying, you know, like, you might not know what it is more early on because Saturn kind of delays things, because Saturn is about time, and Saturn is associated with father time, with elderly people. So having Saturn in the 10th house here, it's like, I think it's kind of like someone, when it comes to career, imagine you got two cars. One of them's got really good acceleration, and it goes kind of fast, but not that fast. And one of them has really, really, really slow acceleration, but it goes really fast when it gets going. Saturn in the 10th house is like that with career. You're like that, really slow to get going, but just such a workhorse, so ambitious, and so good at perseverance and just focusing on a long-term goal that even though people might outrun you to begin with, or outdrive you, you're going to pick up speed and momentum the older you get, especially as you're more able to integrate Saturn's lessons and Saturn's energy and harness that more. When we're younger, Saturn is more, it feels almost more like a hindrance, and as you get a bit older, you learn to integrate that more. And I think, yeah, so this is, when you apply that to career, this is kind of what you're seeing. And long-term vision, you're good at that with Saturn in the 10th house. You're good at having that long-term career vision, which a lot of people might struggle with. They might lose faith really easily, or they might not have a good long-term vision. So even if they are working hard, they might just not have a real, they might lose direction. But Saturn in the 10th house, you're less likely to do so. So the good side is, despite all the difficulty you might have in career, you are not afraid of the difficult path. So with Saturn, you won't shy away from the difficult path. Saturn is not about the easy times and the good times and comfort and luxury and the easy path. Saturn is about putting in the hard work, showing up, putting in the hard work. So you're going to do that when it comes to career. Could well be like CEO energy, like boss energy, having authority. You could be like a teacher, a professor, just a manager, someone who is known to have these Saturn qualities, because the 10th house is, is your reputation, it's your renown, it's how people perceive you, who might not necessarily know you that well, but they know of you. And having Saturn there means, well, people are going to see that. They're going to see you as being a Saturnian person. So they're going to see you as being, someone who, like they're good at wielding authority. They are strong. They're committed. They might have kind of masculine qualities as well, or traditionally masculine qualities, regardless of if you're a man or a woman. And seen as someone like super tough, strong, hardworking. And the 10th house, well, because it's associated with authority and also the father, you are likely to have, especially early in life, a difficult experience or relationship with the father. They might be someone who always seemed to be distant and more cold and not very affectionate or warm, and someone who is really just really strict and really quite harsh sometimes as well. However, they are also someone who's likely to have been a very hard worker. Saturn is serious about doing duty, and work is like that, like handling responsibilities and stuff like that. So 10th house, Saturn, there's karma there with the father. So it could be past life connection there. You've come into this life with Saturn, the lord of karma, in the house of the father. So you're never going to have an easy time with it. It's never going to be easy, because there's karma there, like that needs to be burned up. And however, that being said, although they might really struggle with being warm and affectionate, like that, or handling your emotional needs, they are someone who's probably set a good example for being very hardworking, someone with a really robust work ethic, someone who's maybe also ambitious with a career, building a business, someone who is earning a good bit of money as well. I think Saturn there, like they're able to do that because they got that Saturn energy. They're serious about this stuff, they're serious. So and that's like where because you got Saturn in the 10th house, which represents someone who's serious about career, and then you got that also represents someone with a serious father. So there could well be a connection there. Perhaps that's why you could be serious about career, because you maybe learned that from your dad, or you maybe work hard to because that's the values and the ethics that have been instilled upon you. There's likely also been difficulty with authority as well, especially just like any kind of authority, like any kind of teacher or whatever when you were young, because 10th house is a house of authority, and having Saturn there means there's karma there as well. There's difficulty there with authority figures. And so yeah, I mean, so that's about it for this video really on Saturn in the 10th house. And yeah, if you liked it, please leave a like, please leave a comment, hit the bell icon, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.